Love you with lasagna, bitch. What's on ya, bitch? What's on ya? Taste we say nothing but a bitch. What's on ya, bitch? What's on ya, bitch?
What's going on, guys? So in today's video, as you can see by the thumbnail and obviously by the title of the video, this is a Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War Alpha review. Now I know what many of you are gonna say, well, not many of you because I don't really have many people that like are gonna comment, but as you know, this is an alpha. Of course, this is not the final build of the game. There's still a lot left to be improvised, that can change within the beta or you know, when the actual game comes out. However, I am going to give my constructive criticism to this game. Now, this is coming from a person that's been playing COD ever since as a kid. So, I started taking the game seriously by starting in Infinite Warfare. Okay, before, everything was just for shits and giggles, but I know my COD. After replaying every single game after a while, I have every single Call of Duty game from COD 3 to up to date, all from PS3 to now. Okay, I even have Black Ops Declassified. I can even give a construction criticism on that. And by the way, that's a PS Vita game. Surprisingly, COD Mobile is actually way better than it. But we are not talking about that. We are talking about Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War, the Alpha review. Let's begin. Now let's start off with the good. This game, I like it. It's a Black Ops game. I'm a big Black Ops fan. You know, my first game was not the Black Ops game. It was in fact Modern Warfare 2 or 3. Either or, I don't remember. I just remember playing at my cousin's house Modern Warfare 3. And I seeing the whole fucking Eiffel Tower fall down. And, you know, that's one of my top tier favorite CODs. Next to, you know, the entirety of the Black Ops series. I love the Black Ops series. Black Ops 1, 2, 3, 4. World at War even. You know? Well, I didn't play much of World at War. And if I do play it, it's full of modders. But that's to be expected from a game coming from last gen. And, you know, last gen wasn't very strong against modders, as can be seen with every single old COD game. But overall, with gameplay, I think the gameplay is nice. You know, the maps, they look beautiful. Not as stunning as you could say Piccadilly in Modern Warfare, considering how that game takes a more of a realistic tone to it. This game, of course, is a Black Ops game. Black Ops games are known to be more vibrant, more colorful than gray and dull. And it goes to show in this. Now, besides that, discussing about how the actual game feels, I think the game, it does feel smooth. However, it also feels similar to other games in the past. Looking at the trailers and gameplay originally from the game before we got our hands on the alpha, it reminded me of a bit of the Modern Warfare touch to it, depending a bit like how the guns look and stuff. World War II, actually, how the guns look and how like the actual gameplay looks. And it has the Black Ops 4 touch with the health bars, and somewhat the sliding feels like Call of Duty Ghost Slide. The sliding is not powerful. It doesn't feel like how, let's say, Modern Warfare or any of the other games have sliding in it. How it's just like long. This is very cut and short. As in like, it's quick, but it wouldn't get you into cover that fast. You would kind of have to spam slide around to kind of get to point A to point B. And that's not necessarily a bad thing, but it is an interesting take of it being fast. But remember, we're talking about the good here. We're not talking about the bad yet. So, what I also like is, well, the guns and the way everything is set. I think the pick 10 system in here, well, it's not really much of a pick 10 anymore, but I think this creator class is actually a bit better than Modern Warfare's, because we are now capable of having up to 8 different attachments for a gun, and that is obviously pretty epic. Though in some cases it can be not that much beneficial depending on the player, depending if they can just still manage with just the 5 attachments. Of course, there's nothing wrong with just using 5 attachments. 8 attachments is good. It's definitely good, but it could be abundant compared to other benefits you can have. Of course, this game gives you more options and variety of what you want to pick compared to Modern Warfare, automatically making you have the system with the gunsmith and also having only 3 perks. Of course, specialist bonus doesn't really match to the perk greed perk. Oh, white card, my bad. That was in the original Black Ops games. I think that the greed perks were pretty epic because now you are able to run Ghost and Dead Silence, and of course, everybody wants that. I don't know anybody that would not want Ghost and Ninja, which is not Dead Silence, but Ninja. Because obviously for rushers like me who actually like going out in the open like that, like I see in my gameplay, I like rushing. You know, if I'm using an SMG, I love to rush. I don't really want to play passive as much. Now in Black Ops 4, I will admit I do play passive a good chunk of the times. Why do I play passive? Well, because in some cases, people just use VMPs. People are really good with SOGs, you know. And if I'm using an AR, especially, I want to play passive. Of course, you know, I could say the same with the Maddox. I use the Maddox. I'm not that great with the Maddox, of course, concerning with horizontal recoil. Vertical recoil, I have learned to master in games because I still have to master it in Rainbow Six, but I still mastered vertical recoil in Black Ops 4. And what the fuck was I going with this? Hold up, my bad. Okay. Anyways, I remember what I was saying now. So yeah, I like rushing, and Ghost and Ninja go great and well for rushers, and that's obviously a benefit. It's better than Modern Warfare's having field upgrade Dead Silence. Of course, with that, it mostly relies on you getting more and more kills to continue it, which I think that's also like for pros. Now, obviously, I'm not a pro at the game. I want to be a pro one day at this game because I'm very passionate with Call of Duty. Now, I would say myself as an above average player, of course. I wouldn't say as I'm an average because I don't take this game very averagely unless it's just for shits and giggles and I just sit around and just play the game, of course. With other games, I don't really take that much seriously. Like, look at Fortnite. No, I don't feel like taking that seriously. Until eventually you just had to, due to the skill-based matchmaking and stuff and whatever. But yes. Now, I'd say the guns are actually pretty good as well. Like, does the guns damage and the time to kill in this game? I think it's alright. Now, it's not as slow as Black Ops 4's, which takes time for you to be accurate and stuff, and it's not fast or crazy like Call of Duty Ghosts or Modern Warfare, where it's like, you know, this is more of the standard COD that you expect, like World War II-ish or Advanced Warfare. It's around there. Because I know those games, they have a somewhat slow time to kill, but it's not that slow like Black Ops 4's, but it's not as fast as compared to the other games. It's right there in the middle. It's nice, perfect. I think another benefit, in my opinion, I don't know. I believe that is all for the benefits. I think that the gunplay is nice. The gunsmith system is nice, like with the creative class. I think that's all nice. The way that the game feels is also pretty nice. You know, it obviously doesn't feel choppy, anything. But actually, we will get to that as we're about to get into the ugly. But overall, guns, they feel nice. They feel like very nice using them, killing people. The way like the system works with perks, gunsmith, all that's fine. I think score streaks also. Their score streaks in here are somewhat fine. I think the actual score streaks themselves, some are a bit effective more than others, of course. I've only used the Napalm, Attack Chopper, UAV. I have not used the RCXD. I'm pretty sure as you can see from my gameplay in this match, I think, or maybe it was last match. I did not pay attention to my gameplay in the background. But in one of them, you can see like me use the airplane thingies, and those can work like the power cores, destroying out enemy score streaks in the air. So that's actually pretty effective, taking out enemy choppers. Yes, in Black Ops 4, it's big disaster if you don't have a zero. But yeah, now we're gonna get into the ugly. Now, starting off with the ugly. My downside, we're gonna start off with the actual gameplay first. the actual gameplay itself. Because, as I said of those benefits with the gameplay, here's my downside part of the gameplay. So, the game does feel nice. Feels smooth. Yes, that is correct. However, at sometimes with the way the movements work in it, I feel like the sliding, yeah, could be more. I don't like how it's more of a knee slide, like Call of Duty Ghosts and stuff. I feel like the sliding could be more. The sliding could be a bit more faster. Well, not really faster, but more longer in order to get you straight into combat. Like, well, not combat, but to cover. Exactly, you can be ready for combat. That's one of the things. And, with the gunplay, I think that some guns, well, in this case, are a bit more overpowered than others. I would say the AK-74U, obviously, it's one of the best guns in here, but that's because this is alpha. So I'm gonna have to discard this because obviously AK-74 is pretty good, like the pros and YouTubers have stated. But I think when it comes to like fights, the way how they made it, it's like Black Ops 4. Literally, I'm gonna have to say that. This is literally Black Ops 4. Now, I don't know if many of you are gonna disagree with this, but this game absolutely feels like Black Ops 4. The way it actually does kind of look as well, you can kind of see Black Ops 4 into it. I'm gonna give you an example of what I feel about this game. Okay, here we go. Now, I don't know which of you guys are gonna yell at me, but I am a huge Black Ops 4 fan. I have been excited for this game like ever since they teased it. The Black Ops 4 to me is a god tier game. I think it's the absolute best. I know all of you are gonna hate on me for it. You guys are gonna say, well, "Oh, Zombies was bad. There's no campaign. The VMP is overpowered." Okay, but for what this game was, when it came out, this was the best. It was a good multiplayer experience. That's what they strived for, to make this the ultimate Call of Duty multiplayer experience. Sure, a lot of people enjoyed the single player, and there was no story to it. There was a small story, but still, the multiplayer was fun. Okay, I still play it to this day. Okay, trying to improve my KD and everything. Of course, I could fresh start and improve it from there, but I want to improve it. I want to improve it from the ground up. This game, Cold War, feels exactly what this photo demonstrates. If Black Ops 4 is Coca-Cola, Cold War is Diet Coke, mixed with 25% water in it too. It's a watered down Black Ops 4. This game feels too similar to Black Ops 4, in my opinion, for me. I feel that they basically got Black Ops 4, changed it a bit, changed like the way it looks a tad bit, which kind of gives me that World War II vibes. Maybe that's because it's in the Cold War, but it gives me that World War II vibe still, mixed with the Black Ops 4 feeling. And of course, the maps design, well, they look like Black Ops 4 mixed with Modern Warfare. But I don't care about that. The way the game feels is just like that. A time to kill that's, yes, faster than Black Ops 4, but the regeneration in this game is what I want to point out. This game needs a faster regeneration speed. This game needs stim shots, in my opinion. Modern Warfare has a very fast time to kill. However, Modern Warfare also has a slightly faster time to heal. Which, you know, considering how fast the time to kill is in Modern Warfare, you can go back straight to gunfights even if you're at like half health. And as long as you're a skilled player, you can still kill people. However, in this, I certainly feel that once you get into a gunfight with at least 2 or more people, okay, it's over. It's over. Unless you can go against trashy people, I think it's over for you. At least for me, that's how it feels. I can go with the AK-74U. Take down one person. Okay. Another person comes up. Get behind the rock in satellite. Shoot that person. Okay. But then I can have another person come to the left and automatically kill me. I will have no chance to react to that. Why? Because I'm already getting shot. I'm already getting shot by somebody that I just killed. And because I don't have a stim to automatically regen my health, I'm going to get punished for that. Now, maybe it's because I'm not used to the regeneration time yet. Maybe because this game doesn't want you to rush like that, rush like crazy, as how you're able to in Modern Warfare. Of course, the time to kill is way slower than Modern Warfare's, but it's faster than Black Ops 4's. And in Black Ops 4, I in fact rush. I rush with the SOG and the VMP. And if we're able to do that in Black Ops 4, then we should be able to do that in here. Maybe we just need a more fire rate gun, a more faster fire rate SMG for me in order to feel that way. Then, you know, obviously, maybe I'll feel like, oh, this is actually faster. You know, I can win more gunfights because I go up close and personal. But other than that, I feel that it's just a bit of abysmal to fight in this. I feel that we need stim, or at least a second or two faster regeneration time. And I think the game doesn't even need the 150 health thing. I feel this game would just feel too similar to Black Ops 4 because of that. And thus I make the point that this game is Diet Coke to it. It's not necessarily bad, of course. But compared to what Black Ops 4 was, it's a bit bad. It's a bit horrendous, in my opinion. Okay? It's horrendous. Mind my voice crack. I don't care. But it's a bit horrendous. Maybe it's because us COD players, you know, we've had different ways of things, and it's different for me. But I just don't appreciate it, having no stim or faster regeneration. Alright, sadly I am back. Well, not really sadly, but I am back from a little break I just took. I think I was on about the regeneration. Yes, I feel like the game needs a higher regeneration time. Just because I feel that there needs to be a bit more action. I don't want to see this game become a bit of more of a camp fest, as Satellite already has a bunch of snipers and a bit of AR players camping around the sand dunes and just like picking you off one by one. Of course, there's the option of going to the other side, but even some people can camp at the plane side. My other problem is because there's not really much time to react or to get cover. I usually die from people from my side to side lines. So I feel like maybe we should have a stim as we level up in the game or something. Of course, this is alpha. Everything can be fixed later on. And why my criticism for this being the highest thing for me, the way how gunplay works in, not really gunplay, but how killing others works, you know, having the time to kill and then just not being able to heal yourself or wait a while for to heal yourself. Like, you have to be ready for anybody to just pull up to you and just start shooting you like crazy, okay? You have to be ready. You see, right here, if I was right there behind that barrier, okay, and that guy showed up, I don't have time to react. Of course, in Modern Warfare, you would think you don't have time to react, but I feel like maybe I would have more time in Modern Warfare. But, like the criticism says, this is alpha. Everything can still change in this. But I really hope that out of anything, the time, not really the time to kill, but that's what I'm saying, the health changes. That's all I want. The health change. That's all I want to change. I think another bad thing from this that I've seen would be the score streaks. I think the score streak system is honestly just for casual players. I think the whole game is nearly for casual players. We have entered an era of Call of Duty where, starting from Modern Warfare, or let's actually start with other games first. Fortnite. Due to skill-based matchmaking, I feel that we're gonna enter an era of casuals. Nobody wants to deal with better players. Nobody wants to deal with pub stompers. Thus, my friends do not like Black Ops 4. They don't like getting pub stomped. I personally don't mind it. Why? Because I'm skilled at Black Ops 4. I can deal with it. I can go ahead and get my own score streaks to counter it. But in games like Modern Warfare, where the skill-based matchmaking and camping is somewhat highly, what's the right word? Put into it, I feel that people are going to get too comfortable with that. And in this game, I feel people are going to start camping. People are going to take advantage of the time to kill in this and use it to camp. Why? Because since there's a slow regeneration time, anyone can camp in a corner, and guess what? They'll automatically re-heal back to normal once, because it's going to take a while for at least someone to come in. But they can just get ready as soon as possible. Shit! Imagine if they have tac mask. And guess what? You can't even stun them, and they can still body you. Of course, yes, a skilled player can counter it by bunny hopping or whatever. But what happens if a person is advanced enough to counter that? What are you gonna do? You're gonna shit and cry. You're gonna cry. Okay, you're gonna cry a lot. I'm not gonna cry because it's whatever to me. But I hope that I hope that skill-based matchmaking doesn't take a huge toll on this. Of course it will, because it's gonna be like Modern Warfare. But I really hope it doesn't take a huge toll. But as I was saying with the score streaks, I feel that the timer on it, on paper, it makes sense. Nobody wants a Black Ops 4 situation where people are gonna spawn in a bunch of Threshers back to back because they keep getting the score streaks back. Nobody wants to deal with that because people are gonna be like, I don't like this game. This game is bad. Ugh! Everyone's good at the game. Ugh! That's what everyone says. Everyone is always gonna complain and complain and complain about going against good people. But what about, think about this. What about the person on the other side? If you yourself become good and the other person ends up crying. You only want to feel good about yourself rather than actually feel good about defeating another good player. But that's the bad thing about skill-based matchmaking. Because there will be better people than you in skill-based matchmaking. Of course, in this game, it could be a bit more, considering how this game actually is going to require even more skill than Modern Warfare does. But people are going to complain. And I think that's also something, a downside of the Call of Duty community, which I know will probably affect this game. I have hopes for almost any Call of Duty. I love Call of Duty with passion of my heart. But this game to me is at least a 7 to 6 out of 10. It's not a terrible game, but it has a lot to improve right now as it is in alpha state. This can either be what Black Ops 4 was striving to be, a good game, multiplayer experience and all that, all for skill, because Black Ops 4 is good. I don't care who disagrees with that. Black Ops 4 is good. This could be Black Ops 4. Just Black Ops 4. What's fucking better than Coca-Cola? Pepsi. No, not Pepsi. I don't know. Dr. Pepper. Sure, go ahead. Whatever. It could be its own identity or something. Be a good Black Ops game. Bring us back to the old feeling. But as of right now, this feels like Diet Coke. Black Ops 4 all over again, but a bit worse. Everything they innovated for Modern Warfare is amazing. But we need some aspects from Black Ops 4 even more. I don't mind that much that this like a lot of Black Ops 4 assets are reused. But if they're gonna reuse it, they should do it right. That is my personal criticism of Black Ops Cold War. Feel free, anybody, to comment down in the comment section of what they believe. This doesn't feel like a new era. This doesn't feel like a new era. This feels like Call of Duty may go down. From what the game originally was before, it could go down. Remove skill-based matchmaking. Skill-based, well, keep it. Keep it if you want. I'm not personally affected by it. But make the game good again, like Black Ops 2. Give us a slightly faster regen, or give us stim. Make the weapons a tad bit a little stronger. Okay, some of them. Don't have to. Well, no. Leave it. Actually, leave it. That's gonna require skill. But please, change what I complain. Just change the health. That's all I ask. That's really all I ask. Score streaks is fine. Time to kill is fine. Just change the health. That's all I have to say. Goodbye, guys.